Hello, and thank you for joining me. It's Kirsten, and it's time for my book haul, which I did not film last month because I didn't have many books, and even this month I'm actually really impressed with the amount of books that I've actually got, simply because it's so much less than what I'm used to. So this book haul is technically from the middle of June to middle of August, which is so impressive. So basically 2 months, and I only have a little stack of books. This is so good for me. Like, honestly, I would normally have this amount of books per month. So I'm really happy with that, mainly because my TBR is massive. It's kind of out of control. So I am trying to reduce the amount of books that I buy and also make all like the book vouchers and everything that I get just last that little bit longer. Also, apologies for any lighting going in and out. It is a rather cloudy day as per usual here in England. So what can I do? Lighting, it's a hassle. I really should just get a ring light. It would make my life so much easier, but what can I say? I procrastinate over things a lot. Anyway, that's enough chit chat, or well, unnecessary chit chat, and let's chat about the books that I got. So one charity shop find which I was so excited with, and that is Sign of the Four by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. This is a book I actually already own, but I was so excited by this orange penguin classic. It's in such good condition as well. I'm actually amazed at how good this is, and I got it for £1.99, which I was so happy with. I've been after one of these classic orange penguin books for such a long time just because I love it. I love the feel of them, I love the look of them, and yet whenever I find them they're either really ratty looking or they're rather expensive considering it's a classic book. I'm so happy I found it. It was such a good find, and yeah, I don't care that I already own this book. I do this quite a lot of classics anyway if I find some unusual editions, so I do tend to collect those quite a lot. So having this really doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, very excited, and going to be continuing on with my Sherlock Holmes reads, which has been great being able to read them in order of being published, which has been so much fun, and I genuinely cannot wait. Although I think in September I will be skipping ahead to Hound of the Baskervilles, but I will explain that in September. Then I got a book which I won off of Instagram, and that is The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. This is a really exciting start of a series. I think it might be YA fantasy, but it's one that I won, which I was so excited about. I took part in it just because I was like, why not? And I never really win these things, but I actually won, and I was so surprised. And it was absolutely lovely because the person on Instagram, we actually get along quite well, and she sent me a little postcard with it, with a little note, which is going to be forever attached to this book. But yeah, I'm really excited. This one is all about someone that gets chosen, and our main character doesn't believe that she's ever going to get chosen to be queen, but she does get chosen, and she basically needs to fulfill this prophecy because otherwise she's going to die young or something like that. I am probably butchering it. Hang on a minute. Elisa has always felt powerless, useless. Now on her 16th birthday, she has become the secret wife of a handsome and worldly king, a king who needs her to be the chosen one, not a failure of a princess. And he's not the only one who seeks her. Fierce enemies seething with dark magic are hunting her. A daring, determined revolutionary thinks she could save his people. Lisa could be everything to those who need her most if the prophecy is fulfilled, if she finds the power deep within herself, if she doesn't die young. Most of the chosen do. It sounds super interesting, and I do want to get to it soon. It is the start of another series, which do I need to be starting new series? No. Do I want to? Yes. Then another second-hand book find was actually in a bookshop in central London called The Secondhand Book, which was amazing because they only sell books published by female authors, which very nice, and the actual layout of the shop is gorgeous. So I went in there just to look around, but while I was there I was like, you know what, I can't leave without at least getting one book. So I found Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf, and this is a book that I've been excited to read ever since I finished Orlando, which was also by Virginia Woolf, which was my favourite read of July, just because the writing in there was so beautiful, and I've been told by lots of people that Mrs. Dalloway is their favourite book by Virginia Woolf. So I definitely want to give this one a try and see what it's all about. I really can't wait. I think it is literally just a day in Mrs. Dalloway's life as she travels through London. I think. I could have that wrong, but I think that's what it's about. But again, I mean, I love classics. Those of you who've been watching my videos lately would know that I've been on like this classics trip, and I have been absolutely loving them, and I'm very, very excited to be able to pick this one up and have just some beautiful writing. Will I get to it anytime soon? Probably not, because I have stacks of classics behind me that I haven't actually read yet, but this is one that I saw in there and I thought, why not? I recently also got the physical copy of Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This was my favourite book in June, which I read, or well, listened to on audiobook. It was a phenomenal read, one of my new favourite feel-good reads. It is a gay romance contemporary book. It is so much fun, and it is a bit unrealistic and a bit happy and a bit predictable, but I love it for all of those reasons. I think it's a stunning book and one that you just can't go wrong with. I absolutely adored it, and of course when I saw it on Waterstones for buy one get one half price, I had to pick it up. It's just my favourite, and I have actually been gushing about it a lot. It's also the book that surprised me the most this year, because I'm not a contemporary romance reader at all, and to have a contemporary romance that just hooked into my heart and made me laugh and just have so much care for these characters, it was just phenomenal. So I think this one will always have a little special place in my heart for it, because it was just perfect. So yeah, this was very good. If you're into contemporary romance, and even if you aren't, give this one a try. It's very good. Okay, and then we also got Catwoman's Soul Stealer, but the graphic novel. This original book was by Sarah J Maas, and then it was adapted into graphic novel format. I found this in Forbidden Planet, which I love Forbidden Planet for finding things like this, because they're not a great shop to go to, especially if I can't find the books that I want in like Waterstones or something. Forbidden Planet generally tends to have it, and I have been after this for a little while. I've been wanting it. It's so good. I love all the artwork and the muted colour palette. It works so well for Gotham. This is Catwoman's backstory and I love it. We have the Joker, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Batwing. They all have mentions in this book, and I think it's really fun. I have already read this one and I gave it 4 stars, which I knew I would because that's what I gave the novel, and to have the graphic novel format, it just brought it all alive for me. So lovely. And then also in Forbidden Planet, I got V. Schwab's comic, which is Extraordinaries. It's the prequel. We're following one of the characters as she meets Eli, and I'm fascinated by it. I mean, I love Vicious anyway, so it's Vicious and Vengeful, the duology, which I think is a really good duology. It's got morally gay characters left, right and centre. I think it's a really interesting world. It's almost like X-Men but darker, and I really like it. So when I saw that she was doing a prequel but in comic format, of course I wanted to get them. I read the prequel to the comics, so she did a comic 0.0 and this is comic 0.1. So I'm very pleased. There was a few different editions to choose from, which I couldn't decide, so I ended up getting my partner to help me, and I love it. I'm so excited to carry on with this. Obviously it's very short, it's just a comic, it's not going to take me long at all, but I am very excited and I can't wait. I think there's going to be 2 more that are coming out as well, so very excited to get those. Then we have a book that I pre-ordered and forgot I had pre-ordered, so was very happy when I got the email saying your book's ready to collect. I was like, oh, I'd forgotten about that one. But this is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. Now, Elizabeth Lim is an amazing author. She wrote Spin the Dawn, which was a beautiful duology. I absolutely loved it. It was like a Mulan inspired retelling, but with fashion, and I just thought it was beautiful. And yeah, I fell in love with her writing. The second book was a bit of a letdown for me, I will admit, but her writing I still very much appreciated. So of course, when she said she was going to be doing this book, I had pre-ordered it, and it is a retelling. Not sure which retelling, but it is a retelling again. And it literally says on the back, Princess in Exile, a shape-shifting dragon, 6 enchanted cranes, and an unspeakable curse. It will take more than magic to find her way home. Sounds beautiful, and this cover, can we just adore this cover for a moment? It has everything that I love about it. All these pastel colours are absolutely stunning, and even the back of it is just gorgeous. I am absolutely in love with this. I love the cover so much. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. I've heard some really good reviews about this book. I'm not sure whether people prefer it to Spin the Dawn or not, but I'm very excited, and I'm kind of hoping it will be better than Spin the Dawn. Again, I'm not sure if this is a duology or a standalone or anything. I haven't done too much research into it. It was more of a, I really liked her writing, let me pre-order her book, and then I forgot about it. So there we go, what can I say? But I am excited to pick this one up, clearly, because it's in my book haul, which I'm excited for all of these books, so I say that a lot, but this is going to be a good one, and I think I'm really going to enjoy it, and fingers crossed that's true, because otherwise I'll be so disappointed, but at least I'll have a pretty book. Then we have a book that I was sent for review, and that is Nightflower, which is the second book in the Wolf of Arken series, which I'm excited about. I enjoyed the first book, which was Tor, which I kept calling the Wolf of Arken, and it's almost like a parallel universe that's happening, and we have werewolves, angels, monsters, all these different things, and our main character is someone that managed to pass over from the human world into this parallel universe. She has no idea what's going on or why she's even there, but she gets entangled up in everything, and now at the end of that first book, she's in a very difficult situation, and that is where this is continuing from. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I do think this book is going to be a little bit more fast-paced. The other book was a bit more slower paced, but not that I minded it. I thought it was very well done. So I'm excited to see where this is going to go and how we're going to deal with some of those darker topics that I think is going to come up in this book. Then we have As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the book that I got with Red, White and Royal Blue in that buy one get one half price. I'm so excited for it. This is Holly Jackson's new book. This is continuing, and I think is the last book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. I love that. It's my favourite YA murder mystery book ever. I have not read one that's beat it yet. I absolutely adore it. We are following Pip, our main character, and in the first book, for a school project, she looks into a case that has been closed, but she never really believed that case, like the way that the police said everything happened. She never really believed in it, and so she sets out for her school project to uncover the truth, and she uses the school project as a ruse. And then the second book is following a different case, and now we have this third book, which I'm so excited about. I got the Waterstones exclusive with the red sprayed edges, which is stunning. Am I a little bit annoyed that it doesn't match my other two books because they don't have sprayed edges? A little bit, but I love sprayed edges, so I couldn't say no. I think it's going to be an amazing time. I'm thinking this is going to be 5 stars. Am I sad that this is ending? Yes. Will I pick up whatever Holly Jackson comes out with next? Yes. I'm just so excited for this book, to the point where I really want to throw my August TBR out the window and just read it. That's what I'd love to do right now. But we are trying to stay strong, at least wait until September. I say that, but is that really going to happen? I don't know. I'm so excited though, so yeah, can't wait for this one. If you've read it, please don't tell me anything. I'm literally trying to avoid spoilers left, right and centre. I don't want to know anything that happens in this book. I just want to go into it and just have that anticipation of a good book, knowing that there's going to be good suspense and great writing. So yeah, very excited for this one. And then last but not least, we have Ariatni by Jennifer Saint, and this is a King Minos and the Minotaur retelling, which is obviously from Greek mythology, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I've read a couple of Greek mythology retelling books. We have Circe by Madeline Miller and also Song of Achilles, also by Madeline Miller. I wasn't a massive fan of Circe. I thought it was a bit slow paced, but I adored Song of Achilles, so I'm really excited to give this book a try and just see if it's going to be another Song of Achilles. I love this retelling of mythology. Now, retellings is my favourite subgenre in the whole wide world. I love retellings. I think they are so amazing, and yes, although because they're retellings you know what's going to happen, I love seeing how they interpret it and how authors put their own spin on things. I absolutely love it. So I can't wait to read this one. It's one that I've had my eye on for a little while. So yeah, when I got a voucher from work for Waterstones, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to get this one. So if you have any other retellings that you think are really good, please put them in the comments below, because even though I've been doing really well with not buying that many books, I would love to be able to get some more retellings. It's my favourite, what can I say? So please put those in the comments below, and if you've read this, do let me know what you thought, because I'm really excited. I've heard nothing but good things about this one, but it also kind of scares me because I'm also like, I don't want this to be another hyped one like Cersei was for me, to then be disappointed. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But yeah, very excited. Again, don't know too much about this one. I don't even know too much about the mythology about the Minotaur. I know of the Minotaur and the labyrinth and everything, but I don't know too much else other than that. So it'll be really interesting to see how this is done. But that's it. A rather short book haul considering this is spanning 2 months. I'm genuinely quite impressed. If I can do this, then my book hauls will go to every other month instead of monthly, but we'll see what happens. You never know, my control may slip. My partner is counting down the days till that happens because he's very much like, you have no self-control, which I think this has proven that I do have some self-control. Like, it is possible. It was hard, but it's possible. Anyway. What is a book that you've recently got that you're really enjoying, or as I said, if there's any retellings and stuff, please let me know. As usual, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it that like, subscribe, notification button, comment to let me know that you're here, all those usual things. Everything will be linked below with regards to my social media and stuff. And for now, I will of course catch you in the next one, so I hope you've had a great day, night, week, etc. Okay, we're rambling. Let's go. I'll see you in the next one.